The starting point of this study is really the question on whether public financial institutions and national development banks in particular are well suited to fill financing gaps in underserved markets. We want to know if they are able to operate in the most vulnerable regions where the risk is often too great for a majority of private actors. So this is really particularly relevant to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by reducing regional inequalities. And basically, we look at the local factors correlated with the activity of NDBs in order to reveal in a way the strength and nature of their development mandate. So, using firm-level data, we estimate how firm-level factors such as size or labor productivity level, or local factors such as the regional average level of education of the workforce, or country-level factors such as global economic shocks, impact the probability of getting a loan or a line of credit from a public bank versus a private commercial bank. First, we find on average that there is no significant difference in terms of productivity levels between firms accessing private versus public finance. Second, NDBs tend to provide more finance in less developed localities relative to private commercial banks. This means that public banks seem to be able to manage more risks related to the local context that fall outside of the direct control of the firm, but that might affect their future portfolio performance. For example, insecurity or lower infrastructure resilience to climate shocks. Our results also support the emerging consensus that public banks play a counter-cyclical role by strengthening their credit offer during bad times. From a policy perspective, our results suggest that governments can play an active role in providing access to finance to the private sector directly through NDBs when global, national, or local conditions are making the risk too high for private commercial banks. However, in the face of highly heterogeneous results across regions, income group, countries, and even individual banks, adapting the mandate of public banks to take into account the SDGs is a critical step to ensure they remain relevant. Not reviewing their mandate may prevent NDBs from evolving and adjusting to the ever-changing environment in which they operate, as well as not fully harnessing their potential as leading actors in vulnerable situations. Finally, designing instruments adapted to a riskier environment is necessary to ensure that public banks respond to the special needs that firms are facing in vulnerable areas.